Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm playing series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try food and drink items. I eat stuff and drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. I still only woke up like maybe an hour ago, so I might be a little bit groggy when I'm doing this. But we'll see how it goes, and we'll get to that, folks. It's super simple format. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna try out food and/or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm in my back room today, which means we get Peter Can Thunderbolt poster behind me. Ooh, Peter Can Thunderbolt poster. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I am doing something else. What is it? Well, it happens to be. I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? Well, it happens to be my PlayStation shirt. Yeah, you can all see it. It's got the whole button scheme and everything, which is pretty incredible that this button scheme became as iconic as it did. Seeing as how it was just kind of a one-off thing when they first debuted the original PlayStation, but it's gone on to become such a iconic part of the gaming landscape. But yeah, I'm a bit of a gamer and certainly grew up playing a lot of video games. And the original PlayStation, that's my jam, man. That's my favorite system. Um, to this day, I like the PS2. I think it's a great system. Dreamcast is great. Super Nintendo, lots of great systems. But the original PlayStation is always going to be my personal favorite. So I don't mind going over there and repping some Sony stuff every now and again. It's good times. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, like I said, I did just wake up maybe about an hour ago. I just got through reviewing some. I still got the thing over here, so some Boom Tapatio chili lime shrimp flavored instant noodles, and that was kind of my quasi breakfast, since I woke up. And I was looking through the cupboard, and I was like, well, I got plenty of other stuff that I could do, but I didn't know that I wanted to do another noodle thing. Plus, I wanted something a little bit smaller. Turns out, I forgot I bought this. I got something else in there that was going to work. But what is it? Who's it from? It's Boom! It's from Tapatio again. This is specifically their mac and cheese queso blanco. Their queso mac. All right, yeah. So Tapatio, probably most famous for their hot sauce. They started going over there doing instant noodle stuff. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but I reviewed plenty of that stuff. And apparently they also do mac and cheese now. So sure. Now, with the other Tapatio stuff that I've done, they've all been the instant noodles. Those ended up on my ramen reviews playlist, which is a playlist for just like instant food reviews. This is going to end up on there also. I know it's not ramen, but that's just sort of my default playlist for all my instant food stuff. But yeah, so we got some mac and cheese. Fairly easy to make. Just pour some water in, microwave for 3 minutes, pour in the cheese sauce, stir it around. I will say, I don't know how well it has sort of stirred around, but I did the best that I could with it. So let's get a thing for the thing. It looks like we'll do it like this, and we'll go ha 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 ha, and let's give it a go. Okay. The initial hit was pretty nice because honestly, it just reminded me a lot of Kraft mac and cheese. I wouldn't be surprised if these are, pretty much the exact same noodles. Um, and so that was nice, and it had the nice cheesiness going for it. Again, the queso, try as I may, maybe I should have put it in for a little bit longer or what have you. I don't know. It definitely took a little bit to sort of get it going in terms of getting it to be creamy and melty. But the initial go of it is nice. Then it picks up a little bit, gets a little tanginess from the queso. The aftertaste is a little bit weird though. it's not like horrendous or anything, but I don't know, I think it's like an extension of the queso flavor. But the queso flavor in this, like, it's not a great queso flavored cheese or cheese sauce or, whatever. Um, again, it's not horrible or anything, but like it doesn't have that like vibrancy, that liveliness that proper queso does. Proper queso, I mean, that just makes anything better. With this, yeah, I mean, it's there. It's obviously doing the job that it's supposed to do. And it does provide a little bit of a tanginess, a little bit of a little something to it. But I don't know. This isn't as good as I was hoping it would be. Like, cause like when it comes to like these instant mac and cheese things, I've always found them to be very hit or miss, especially compared to like instant noodles, which tend to be more hit than miss. Um, but there are ones that I've had that I've thought have done a really good job. This one, I wouldn't say it's done a poor job, but I also wouldn't say it's done a great job either. I was definitely hoping for more from that queso, because if you didn't tell me it was supposed to be queso cheese, I don't think that's what I would go for. Um, like I said, there's a little bit of a bite to it. There's a little something there, but I would almost think like maybe like something along the lines of like almost a pepper jack, or maybe like a really sharp cheddar, something like that. But it doesn't have that nice, really kind of, again, just very vibrant flavor that I expect from queso. It's not bad though, but I'm certainly not enamored with it. All right, well, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? No, and kinda, I guess. For me personally, I don't mind it, and I will say the more I've eaten of it, the more the queso aspect has come through a little bit. It's got a little bit more of a spice flavor. It's kind of hitting the back of my throat. So there is that. But the overall flavor of it, while not bad, at best it tastes, like some not super great Kraft mac and cheese. Like it has a very similar vibe, and like I said, it's probably essentially the same stuff. But the part that lets me down is that queso. Like it just, I don't know. I feel like that should have been the best component of that whole thing. Whereas for me, the best component of it was the fact that it had that sort of, Kraft mac and cheese kind of vibe. Gave me a little nostalgia hit. Uh, yeah, I'm just not huge on the way the queso is implemented in that. I don't know if that's just a retooling of the queso sauce flavor, or I don't know. I don't know where to make that better. But I do wish that it had been the experience I was hoping for in my head. Like again, I really wanted to love that queso sauce, and because queso is delicious. I don't feel like it worked as well in here as I would have preferred. I think, you know, and the thing is like again, you can get like Kraft mac and cheese ones. Cheetos has their own version. There's other ones that I could get that I personally would prefer. Even though I didn't hate this one, I do think there's better ones out there. If I'm recommending it, I'm not gonna completely, lampoon the thing because I don't think it's a bad product, I guess. But I don't think it entirely delivers on what the promise that it has. And so, if you want to give it a go, maybe you can go over there and, do better than I could. You almost certainly could because I'm this guy. But, I don't know. At the same time, I'm not going to give it a ringing endorsement because, while it's not bad, it's certainly not great. And I do think that again, I think there's companies that have done it better. I was hopeful with this because I've enjoyed some of the Tapatio stuff, but anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there themselves a truly Tapatio sauce-tastic rest of your life because Tapatio sauce is really good. It's definitely the best thing that they do. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your favorite type of mac and cheese? I mean, like I said, for me, certainly grew up with the Kraft mac and cheese. I think that's, it's a staple. It's one of those things that I think on an almost global scale, has been successful. But obviously there's other brands, and of course if you can, get it properly made by people who, know what they're doing, that's the best. But, yeah, let me know what your personal feelings on mac and cheese are. Anyway,